Good evening, and welcome to Dan Bain's Sleepy Time Mumbles. I'm Dan Bain, and every episode I improvise a low-stakes podcast for you to fall asleep to. I thought I'd open the episode with some lies today, friends. This is not an improvised episode. This is a Dan Reads a Thing episode. Where I live, Otatahi, Christchurch, New Zealand, it's local elections time, and local government is sending out documentation, and let me tell you, friends, it doesn't cost much if you're a crazy person to register to run for mayor. So there's some characters. I do my best to not put any stank on the ones that I think are cuckoo bananas, and just read what they have submitted as their reason for wanting to lead this city into the future. Come along. That's what Christchurch is doing. I have been making another podcast, and if you would like a podcast that is story-based but is more dramatic, I would like to recommend to you Angry Ladies, a new podcast from under the Noosed Octopus umbrella. Find it wherever you find your podcasts, or click an easy link in the show notes. If you like, probably not for bedtime, but that's the thing. Thank you again to the sleepiest mumblers, my subscribers, who keep this podcast and Angry Ladies and X-Men the Animated Series Re-Examined. They keep them all ad-free. You can join them and get access to 3 seasons of behind the curtain episodes, if that's something you're interested in, but not now. They can wait. For now, put down your phone, turn off your screens, close your eyes. Now it's time to be mumbled to sleep. Season 6, Episode 15. Christchurch Mayoral Candidates 2025. Information and candidate profiles for the Kashmir Ward 2025 local government elections. Table of contents. Disclaimer, page 2. Voting instructions, page 3 to 6. Christchurch City Council electing the mayor, page 10. Christchurch City Council Kashmir Ward electing one councillor, page 15. Christchurch City Council Kashmir Ward of the Mayoral, Spraydon Kashmir Heathcote Community Board electing 2 members, page 16. Canterbury Regional Council Environment Canterbury Christchurch South Owanga Constituency electing 2 councillors, page 20. Disclaimer. This candidate directory has been compiled under the Local Electoral Act 2001. The Act provides that an electoral officer is not required to verify or investigate any information included in candidate profile statements and is not responsible for the accuracy of the information contained in such statements. Vote, pack, return. 3 easy steps to complete your postal voting. 1. Vote. Follow the instructions on your voting document. 2. Pack. Place your voting document in the orange return envelope and seal. 3. Return. Return via free post or drop your orange envelope in a ballot box before voting closes. Helping you to vote for this election. Candidates are listed in the voting document under the elections they are standing for. We have colour-coded the voting document and this profile book to help you match the elections and candidate profiles. This booklet may contain other elections that do not apply to you. The successful candidates make decisions that affect us all every day. You will find all or some of these positions on your voting document. The mayor is the leader of the city or district council. The city or district council provides communities with a wide range of local services and facilities. Councils make decisions to improve community well-being, including key infrastructure, e.g. water supply, sewerage, roads, local regulations. Did I say legulations? Local regulations, recreational facilities, parks, planning and building issues. The council may be elected at large or divided into wards, including general or Maori. The regional council makes decisions about functions best delivered at a regional scale, such as natural resource management, e.g. quality of water, allocation of water, land and soil, coastal planning, plant and pest control, regional transport, and civil defence and emergency management. Unitary authorities perform the functions of both city or district councils and regional councils. The regional council is divided into constituencies, which may be general or Māori. A community board provides leadership to empower local communities and may make decisions about local issues or recommend how council should spend money on local services. Community boards may be divided into subdivisions. Important dates for this election. Drop it in a ballot box at selected locations before voting closes. For ballot box locations, see inside your voting pack or visit your council's website, or return it in the free post envelope no later than Tuesday, 7 October 2025. Voting closes 12 midday, Saturday, 11th of October 2025. Need more help? You can ask another person to help you mark the document if you can't see well, or read or write, or have difficulty with English. If you're unsure what to do, or have made a mistake that you can't correct clearly, contact the electoral officer on the number shown on the voting document. How to return your completed voting paper. Post into any NZ Post or DX Mail post box by Tuesday, 7th of October 2025, or drop your completed voting paper into any of the orange vote bins at the following locations. Council locations: Christchurch City Council, Te Hononga Civic Offices, 53 Hereford Street, Akaroa Library, 2 Selwyn Avenue, Akaroa. Akaroa Customer Service Hub, 78 Rue Laveau, Akaroa. Aranui Library, 109 Aldershot Street, Aranui. Beckenham Customer Service Hub, Pioneer Recreation and Sports Centre, 75 Littleton Street. Diamond Harbour Library, Waipapa Avenue, Diamond Harbour. Fendleton Library and Customer Service Hub, 4 Jeffreys Road, Fendleton. Linwood Library and Customer Service Hub, Eastgate Shopping Centre, 1st floor, corner Buckley's Road and Linwood Avenue, Linwood. Little River Library and Customer Service Hub, 4236 Christchurch Akaroa Road. Littleton Library and Customer Service Hub, 18 Canterbury Street, Littleton. Matatiki Hornby Centre, 25 Smarts Road, Hornby. Matuku Takotako Sumner Centre, 14 Wakefield Avenue. New Brighton Library, 213 Marine Parade, New Brighton. Orao Whātau, Bishopdale Library and Community Centre, 13 Bishopdale Court, Bishopdale. Papanui Library and Customer Service Hub, 5 Restal Street, Papanui. Parklands Library, 46 Queen's Park Drive, Parklands. Redwood Library, 339 Main North Road, Redwood. Riccarton Customer Service Hub, 199 Clarence Street, Riccarton. Shirley Library and Customer Service Hub, 36 Marshlands Road, Shirley. South Colombo Library, 262 Colombo Street, Sydenham. Spraydon Library, 266 Barrington Street, Barrington. Te Hapua Hallswell Centre, 341 Hallswell Road, Hallswell. Turanga, 60 Cathedral Square. Upper Riccarton Library, 71 Main South Road, Sockburn. Graham Condon Recreation and Sports Centre, 3 Sisson Drive, Papanui. Jelly Park Recreation and Sports Centre, 295 Island Road, Burnside. Pioneer Recreation and Sports Centre, 75 Littleton Street, Summerfield. Taiora QE2 Recreation and Sports Centre, 193 Travis Road, New Brighton. Te Pou Toto Linwood Pool, 141 Smith Street, Linwood. Environment Canterbury, 200 Chewham Street. Supermarket and community locations: Christchurch International Airport, 30 Jury Road, Harewood. Puaka James Height Library, University of Canterbury, Ilam Campus, Ilam. Avonhead Woolworths, corner Whittles Road and Merrin Street, Avonhead. Belfast Woolworths, 755 Main North Road, Belfast. Christchurch Airport Woolworths, 530 to 546A Memorial Ave, Christchurch Airport. Church Corner Woolworths, corner Riccarton Road and Hanson's Lane, Riccarton. Eastgate Woolworths, 6 Buckley's Road, Linwood. Ferrymead Woolworths, 999 Ferry Road, Ferrymead. Hornby Woolworths, 17 Chappie Place, Hornby. Morehouse Ave Woolworths, 347 Morehouse Ave, Central City. New Brighton Woolworths, 12 Hawke Street, New Brighton. Northlands Woolworths, corner Main North Road and Sawyers Arms Road, Papanui. The Palms Woolworths, the Palms Plaza, Marshland Road, Shirley. Woolworths Colombo Street, 219 Colombo Street, Sydenham. Fresh Choice Edgware, 61 Edgware Road, Edgware. Fresh Choice Fendleton, 376 Island Road, Brindwa. Fresh Choice Littleton, 17 London Street, Littleton. Fresh Choice Parklands, 60 Queen's Park Drive, Parklands. New World Bishopdale, Bishopdale Mall, corner Farrington Avenue and Harewood Road. New World Durham Street, 1575 Durham Street, Central City. New World Ferry Road, 7 through 11 St John Street, Woolston. New World Hallswell, 346 Hallswell Road, Hallswell. New World Ilam, 47C through 57C Pier Street, Upper Riccarton. New World Northwood, 2 Mounter Avenue, Northwood. New World Prestons, 420 Marshland Road, Marshland. New World St Martin's, 92 Wilson's Road, St Martin's. New World Wigram, 51 Skyhawk Road, Wigram. Pack and Save Wainoni, 174 Wainoni Road, Avondale. For a list of all vote bin sites, see ccc.gov.nz/elections/voting bins. Christchurch City Council, electing the Mayor. Blair Anderson. My principal place of residence is in the Christchurch City Council area. The press once reported this candidate as having a bewildering array of social and scientific knowledge, but it is a pity he didn't reveal he has a cannabis conviction. Now offers Christchurch pragmatic, centrist leadership focused on core issues: sustainable, rapid regional and civic transport, evidence-based environmental action, and resolving the urban planning crisis. By championing a regulated cannabis market projected to generate $1 billion evidence-based social dividend for our community, this bold initiative draws deeply on Deloitte's reports on Canada's reforms. Google Deloitte Cannabis Canada, which in its first 3 years demonstrated greater than Canadian dollars 43 billion in GDP that rightly can be reinvested locally in vital services and infrastructure. Christchurch East and Central already voted yes. I intend to honour that sentiment, now grounded in data and international collaboration. I am committed to building a connected, resilient, livable Christchurch, tackling crucial issues while fostering innovative opportunities in transport, technology, agriculture, and science. I will just flag the next candidate is clearly a mask-off Nazi and white supremacist. Phil Arps, Independent Nationalist, New Zealand. My principal place of residence is not in the Christchurch City Council area. I am looking at bringing the one policy to all those guilty of terrorism and treason, using this as a stepping stone towards the highest level of power. I've challenged the state since 1998 using free speech and the obvious problem of mass imported voters over the selling out of our nation's inherent assets. Having had many corrupt government entities deny OIA requests / personal information requests that have been upheld by the Privacy Commission, I feel this is an appropriate opportunity to seek this information with the clout of a mayoral title. Considering police claimed along with their media that there was more than one shooter 2019 and that police stated 3 Al-Nourians gave written statements saying I was there and that police had camera footage of my steamer with slightly altered number plates. The judge denied my request to play my statement evidencing the police's claims for their international media circus. I'll remind you, we are reading Electing the Mayor. Tubby Hansen, Economic Euthenics. My principal place of residence is in the Christchurch City Council area. I am also standing for Spraydon Ward Councillor and Spraydon Ward of the Waihoro, Spraydon Cashmere Heathcote Community Board. Most of the frontages in Cheviot Street have been set back so that the street can be widened the width of the footpath on both sides and the blind bend on the reserve. When there is a function at the school, cars park both sides of the street. The fire engine and ambulance can't get through, and the rubbish truck has to reverse and go round twice. A start on widening Cheviot must be made before Labour weekend. Rosebery and Bledsoe Ave do not need narrowing. They are good, wide, safe streets. Once again, I will remind you, These are the election statements for the office of the Mayor in New Zealand's second largest city. Thomas Healy, Independent. My principal place of residence is in the Christchurch City Council area. Hi, my name is Thomas Healy. I am a long-term resident of Christchurch, living in Heathcote Valley. I am self-employed as a garden support and advisory person, and also a board member with the Canterbury Community Garden Association. I'm standing for Mayor with a fresh perspective on transparency and accountability, from ballooning expenses, clear communication with both staff and members of the public, and speeding up permits and red tape with full consultation of all parties. I believe that as a community, we can make Christchurch, true to its name, the Garden City, similar to the Garden of Eden, no corruption and in harmony with its residents. I will also just point out that Christchurch has been attempting to rebrand from the Garden City to Otakaro, City of Play, but this candidate perhaps does not know that. Okay. Phil Major, let's get more stuff done. My principal place of residence is in the Christchurch City Council area. You deserve a council that values common sense, clear priorities, and real results. That's why I'm standing for re-election as Mayor of Christchurch and asking for your vote. As an independent, I focus on what matters: lowering rates increases, fixing roads, upgrading infrastructure, and keeping the city running. We've got momentum. We'll have a brand new stadium next year, and we're delivering a modern, environmentally friendly wastewater system. But too often, a practical, value-for-money approach hasn't had enough support around the council table. I've pushed back on wasteful spending and overcomplicated projects. Despite that, we're moving forward. I've made compromises, but I've also delivered. I'm committed to keeping control of our key public assets and investing in what counts. I know we haven't got everything right, but I listen, I act, and I care. Christchurch must not lose the momentum it has. Vote Phil Major for Mayor. Nakora Nitro, Independent. My principal place of residence is in the Christchurch City Council area. Tinakoto, Christchurch. My name is Nakora Nitro. I am 47 years old and have lived and worked in Otatahi for 25 years. I'm standing for Mayor because I believe the next 3 years offer real opportunity to achieve the aspirations of our communities. Through collaborative leadership between council, community boards, residents and stakeholders, we can move Christchurch forwards. My priorities include capping rates increases at 3.5%, establishing 5 city entrepreneur hubs, addressing homelessness and creating jobs, expanding the city's housing portfolio, strengthening tourism and infrastructure, promoting unity, celebration, and well-being. Christchurch has the people, the passion, and the resources to deliver real outcomes. A bicultural model of leadership ensures inclusive decision-making where every voice counts. With your support, we can create a thriving, inclusive, and future-focused city together. Ngā mihi nui, Nakoro, Nakora, Nitro. Sarah Templeton, our city, our people, our future. My principal place of residence is in the Christchurch City Council area. I am standing for mayor to drive real progress and create an affordable, livable, and resilient city now and for future generations. As a city councillor for the last 9 years, I have been a champion for Christchurch and Banks Peninsula, committed to our communities and a healthy environment. We've made great progress since the earthquakes. However, we're at risk of losing momentum. With current short-term thinking, we're losing sight of what matters for our future. I will lead a council focused on delivering on our promises and working together for the best interest of our city. My priorities are looking after our people, improving our water pipes and transport system, climate action, keeping our strategic assets, retaining core services, and really listening to residents. I'm from the community, and I'm for the community. I have the skills, vision, and energy to lead our city forward. Visit www.sarah-templeton.nz today. That's Sarah Templeton without an H, the final candidate for electing the mayor. P. Wakeman, Independent. My principal place of residence is in the Christchurch City Council area. I am also standing for Auckland's council mayor. The deputy mayor covers for the mayor. Wakeman is a former pilot. Wakeman opposed some airline mergers and alliances and believes he succeeded in influencing the NZ government's decision allowing Emirates and some other airlines better traffic rights via submissions to the Commerce Commission. The Office of the Ombudsman released disappointing reports on the Christchurch City Council. Wakeman complained to the Parliamentary Speaker Jerry Brownlee about the Office of the Ombudsman. Currently, this office is refusing to give correspondence between Wakeman and the Ombudsman. Instead, they are asking for Wakeman to prove that he has sufficient interest before they process his outstanding complaints, even though Wakeman's emails were hacked and house burgled. Wakeman has made a complaint to the police about the activities of the Ombudsman, which include alleged privacy breaches. Wakeman wants better transparency and stronger accountability. More defence spending means less elsewhere. Wakeman opposes the fluoridation, how do you pronounce that? He opposes putting fluoride in the water. That was Season 6, Episode 15, Christchurch Mayoral Candidates 2025. Sleepytime Mumbles is produced by Noosed Octopus Theatre, etc., and is hosted and was created by me, Dan Bain. Follow the show where it so please you. Do you have a friend who is still awake? Share the show with them. But until next time, good night. And sleep tight.